Hello guys, we are together again and this night, and I want to discuss about rationality. What means to be a rational person, rational being. And also I want to try to discuss, to understand what means to be rational with Word of God, and what means to be to have a strong rationality when we live and when you live in our world, because I believe in our time the rationality is is put between borders, uh, is put between um, between two limits. Um, we live we live in our world different, in different country, in different cities. We have different challenges, but if we stay and look, and if we stay connected on internet, we observe there are a lot of people, like a spirit of internet, that are not so rational people. We try to live, follow follow our feelings, and especially we live, for example, follow our fury, for example, or our bad feelings. When we put bad comments on internet, that means we are not so rational person, because it's important to think first, and it's important to think, to understand, and after that speak. After, it's important to have a reflections about a situation, about a person, and after that I try to understand what means the text, the pronouns, the sentences of a person, and after that it's important to speech, to write a comment, to to have an attitude. But on internet, for example, we have a lot of attitudes, a lot of hate comments. We have a lot of haters. But these comments, this attitude, this behavior is not because we try to be a rational people or a rational person. How can I do if I want to be a rational person, and I want to use every time my intellect, my thought, my thinking, my rational attitude? What means to be rational? It's very hard to have a definition of about this concept, because the rationality is together with my think, with my thinking, with my I'm sorry. I have here on Instagram a big, a small problem, but I'll try to solve this very quickly. For example, if I am a math teacher, it's very important to have a good rationality, because when I teach, it's important to have a good explanation of my exercise, and my job is based on my thinking, on my rationality. But we are not every time a rational person, because we just live because we have a lot of memorize, and we have a lot of aptitude to live, to drive, to have a good job, and especially my my rationality is in orc. Only I try to solve the problems. If I have a lot of problems in my life, just I try to solve my problems with my thinking, with my thought, with my ideas. That means I'm a rational person. Another situation when I want to have this analyzed about rationality. For example, there is a trend to love animals, and we put in balance the aptitude of people, of men, of women, and also the aptitude of animals. I think it's very dangerous to compare, to put in balance, to have similitude or aptitudes, and this behavior of men and animals. And also it's possible, I heard a lot of times that the animals is more good than the man, than that man. And animals, for example, a dog. A dog is very kind. The dog has a soul. The dog is a good company for me. The dog is a good company for me, and I prefer to live with a dog, because if I try to live with a man, with a woman, it's very hard. That man, that woman doesn't love me, but a dog just loves me. A dog loves me. It's necessary to be a rational person, and when I try to think about this situation, to put in balance the dog, a dog with a child, for example, also I think is very dangerous. It's just is necessary to think, to have this very very clear and pure discernment, because it's not possible to compare, to put in balance in the same box a child with a dog. And I love to think that the things, the ideas in this way. A concept, for example, the rationality. I try to think the rationality in balance with the people, with the world, and also the rationality put in balance with myself. And also, after these 2 points, I want to think the rationality in front of God. Uh, what means to have a good rationality if I try to think and understand the Word of God? Sure, the dog is created by God, but it's not possible to put in the same way, in the same box, a child with a dog, a man or a woman with a dog, because the man, the people, a person being, a human being is different by an animal. It's necessary to have a very strong discernment. It's necessary to have discernment because we have this, it's necessary to have these distinctions between bad things and good things in our life. The men, the people, the men, people, men and women have rationality, have intellect, have reason. An animal doesn't have rationality. The animal has a small intelligence, have a lot of instincts, and the animal is different by people, by men. And there are another trends to consider that our earth is in dangerous because man did a lot of bad things for earth, and the man is just guilty because the earth is not pure, and is necessary, maybe is necessary the man to disappear. And if the man disappear, that means the animals and the entire nature remains pure because the man is just the bad things for earth. Because man just wants to destroy the planet, to destroy the earth, to destroy the animals, to destroy all, and the man is not worthy to live on the earth. This also, I think, the people that think in this way, in my opinion, is very dangerous, and it's necessary to have a rationality to think about this, because it's not possible to put in balance the men and animals and consider the animals are more good, better than men. This is very dangerous trend in our life. Also in our time. Also, I try to understand the rationality in another way. Is another trend on internet, and like a spirit of planet, like a spirit of people in our time. People don't like science. The men in our time, the women in our time, doesn't love science. This is another problem with rationality and science, and if we want, if we want to understand our time, and especially all products of science and technology, it's necessary to appreciate, very appreciate, to have a very positive attitude about science. But what means to love science? What means this? Because science needs my rationality, my reason, my thinking, my work is vital, is necessary, strong necessary, if I want. Yes, I try. Yes, I try to thank you. Thank you because afternoon, good afternoon, man, friend. What's your opinion in the fast evolution of AI in our time? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for this question. I will try to answer you this question because now I want to discuss about science and also AI, intelligence, artificial intelligence is a result, and it's a very, very spectacular discoveries in our time. I think artificial intelligence will help a lot our life because artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, becomes a very good master for us. But ChatGPT is a good master for us if we have a lot of knowledge, and if we want to learn a lot and understanding. If we don't want to understand the things, the understanding the science, culture, a lot of concepts and knowledge in different areas of science. Artificial intelligence maybe will help, but not a lot, because, for example, I put a question of ChatGPT, and ChatGPT answered me in different ways. But if I don't have enough culture, if I don't have enough knowledge in that area, I cannot understand this. For example, I want to solve a mathematics problem. This is a very good example for my students. My students has an exam, and it's necessary they pass this exam. They maybe didn't learn a lot. They didn't want to know mathematics, to have knowledge in this area in mathematics, and they just think it's necessary to use ChatGPT, artificial intelligence for solve the problems, for example. And they have a problem. They asked ChatGPT, please help me with this problem. I don't know to solve. Give me the solution of this problem. ChatGPT gives the solutions, but my student, because my student doesn't have the knowledge in mathematics, my students understand nothing about this. My students just put to copy paste in exam, but this is not a loss because it's a fraud. It's not moral. It's not correct. And if I have a lot of students and I just work with them, I know how much mathematics know each student, and if I I want to ask and I want to discuss with students about different problems, and they answered wrong. My students give me answer wrong. I know that students and these students are not, they don't know mathematics. And if they come in front of my eyes, my questions, they come and give me the answer of mathematics and that problems, but they don't know about solutions. That is nothing for them. And I just to understand, I have this example, and also I try to understand ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, because I put a question and I want to know. If I don't have um, sufficient knowledge, I cannot do control. I can't understand the answer or of ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is a genial discover, and is very useful for our life. But it's necessary to be very educated, because we have this discover artificial intelligence. Maybe a lot of people will lose them jobs, but I think another jobs will be created, because it's not possible to have an evolution of society without man, without people. And all evolution, all strategies of people is for people, not without people. For example, I want to discuss about this. It's very interesting in my opinion. I have a company, and this company create a lot of things with artificial intelligence. I have a lot of robots. I create a lot of products, and I have a lot of products for sale. My products are for people. If the people cannot buy what I create with my robots and with my artificial intelligence, my job is dead. My company is dead. It's not possible to work. Artificial intelligence just must be used only for create a good things, but these good things must be only for people. Because, for example, I create a lot of shoes, a lot of dresses with robots and artificial intelligence. But these beautiful things, clothes and shoes, and a lot of things that I create in my company, is necessary to sell to people. If people doesn't use my objects for sale, my company is not useful. It's not good for people. It's good for nothing. If this artificial intelligence, I have a lot of logistics, I create a lot of things, but things are not good for people, because my things are not sold. This is artificial intelligence. Another way, I can have in my fabric, in my company, a lot of robots, like a manager. We know to be a manager is very hard. It's necessary to work a lot. If you are a very good manager, very good CEO, you will be very quickly very stressed, very upset, very furious, very hungry, uh, you'll have a very good bad mood because it's necessary to work a lot. But if you have a robot like a manager, this is very good, but it's very useful, it's very helpful for people in your company. But it's not possible to have a good manager like a robot without people, without another manager like a supervisor of this robot activity, because just people work. And artificial intelligence is just an object. It's a beautiful and very useful object, but it's just an object. It's not a person. It's not a people. And people need to another people. We have a washing machine. Washing machine is a beautiful and very useful object in our houses. Who created this washing machine just loves more and more her mom or his mom, because a mom has every time this great and hard work to wash clothes every day, every time. This is very hard. This washing machine is just a small artificial intelligence, is a small robot, but it's very useful. And in artificial intelligence in our time now is a big object, and our life will be very good. I'm not afraid about artificial intelligence, but I think I try to understand. Artificial intelligence will force the people, a lot of people on our earth, to become very educated people. I think about this. For example, we have internet. Every people that use the internet is necessary to have a culture. It's necessary to know to write and read. Without these rules to write and read, you use internet. Internet is not possible to use if you don't know to write and read. It's not possible. For example, if I have a friend in countryside, for example, a friend of my grandmother, and that friend of my grandmother doesn't know to write and read. That person, the friend of my grandmother, she can't use internet because it's important, it's necessary to know to learn to know to read and write. It's the same situation, in the same case is with artificial intelligence. It's necessary, will be necessary to be very educated person. And artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and a lot of rules about this, about a lot of things about this, or all area, is a good master for you, and is a good master for me, because if I don't know something, just I put the question of ChatGPT and I receive a lot of answers. But most important is to understand. And it's not possible to understand the answers of artificial intelligence and ChatGPT without your knowledge. It's necessary to read a lot, it's necessary to think a lot, it's necessary to use your rationality. Because I want to discuss about rationality, and this rationality is the first aptitude of us. And we have love science. It's necessary to love science. But what means to love science? Means to learn science. It's important to learn informatics. It's important to learn mathematics. It's important to learn physics. It's important to learn chemistry, biology, a lot of areas of knowledge. And if you didn't were a good student, maybe it's good to become now a good student for yourself, because this process of education is not ended if you are not in the school. If you are not students, that is not mean that doesn't mean you will not learn. Or another way, maybe my synthesis is not clear. Now you are not students. That is not means that you don't learn. If you don't were a student, it's necessary to learn. It's necessary to be a student for yourself. And if you want to learn a lot, ChatGPT and artificial intelligence will help you to learn a lot, because you have rationality. You have a rational person. If you have rationality, that means you can learn a lot, because it's not possible to use artificial intelligence without your understanding, because you receive an answer at your question, but it's necessary to think. It's necessary to control the answers of ChatGPT. It's necessary to have a lot of correlations, a lot of to create a lot of bridges between answers, another concepts. It's necessary to understand. And it's not possible to have this understanding without your education or without your knowledge. And artificial intelligence will force the people to learn a lot, because with artificial intelligence the world will be changed, and will be another jobs, and it's necessary to change your life, to change your mind, to change your situation. Yes, I think it's a very good artificial intelligence. Also, maybe will be a bad situation. Maybe it's a dangerous artificial intelligence, because maybe in future will be people that will use this concept of artificial intelligence for bad things, to control the people, to control the countries, to control the groups. I don't know, maybe it will be bad, but we'll see, we don't know, because a lot of things that was discovered by science were these things were used very well in a very well way for our development, for our good life, but also there are another science discovers that was used in a bad way for our life. We will see, because a discovery of science is not good or bad. The people, it's important to be moral person, and to be so good people, then they use that results of science in a good way for the goodness of people. No. And now, because just I pronounce this word of morality, I think it's necessary to think, to understand these relationships between morality and rationality. We are a very complex creation of God. We have feelings, we have doubts, we have emotions, we have needs, we have instincts, we have memories, we have imagination, we have rationality, we have intellect, we have intelligence, we are clever or more clever, we are smart or more smart than other people. And I think it's not good way to understand the reality or my reality only with one direction. For example, it's not good to understand a situation about my life or a life of another people if I try to understand only with emotions, for example, or only with rationality, or only with love. It's necessary to have love and rationality. It's necessary to understand the situation with love, feelings, rationality, intellect, needs, and also very important to understand the situation if we try to understand all these things with the Word of God, in accord with Word of God. Because if I try to believe in God, just I have in my life a strong meanings for love, a strong meanings for life, a strong meanings for understanding the situation, to understand my life, to understand my rules, because every person has a lot of rules for life. But if we have a lot of rules, it's important to don't be absurd, don't wear with this absurdity of rules. And also we have needs to be in accord with the Word of God. And if I want to understand the rationality, the meanings of rationality, it's important to put rationality, my rationality, with the rationality of God. Because if I try to look, to see the things of my world, just see, I say, a beautiful universe, a beautiful cosmos, a beautiful nature, a beautiful trees, a beautiful flowers. All these things are created by God. But also, I can see and look at a child, so beautiful. Creation is a child. But also, it's important to look and see myself, how complex human being I am, how beautiful creation I am, because I have a creator, and this creator is God. How is possible to have in my inner thoughts this power of rationality to understand the world, to understand the knowledge, to understand my feelings, to understand my instincts, my needs, my fears, my bad thoughts in my mind, bad imagination, my bad imaginations in my, a lot of bad images in my imaginations. And it's necessary to be very powerful, like rationality. It's necessary to have a strong rationality in my soul, in my mind, to clean, for to be a pure in heart, pure in mind. It's very important to have in our life a strong discernment. Without discernment, we cannot see very pure, very clear, like a light, like a tear, pure like a tears. My life, my situation. Because first, I think it's important to understand. And if I cannot understand, that means it's necessary to fight, to look for a lot, another understanding. It's necessary to learn. It's necessary to read. It's necessary to heart. Also, it's very important to put my dreams, my desire in accord with the law of God, the laws of God, the words of God. How means to be a good person for myself, a good person for my neighbors, a good person for my family, a good person for my friends, a good person for my jobs, because without this exercise, every time is necessary to have this exercise of rationality. It's necessary to think a lot, to have this process in my mind for understanding. It's not possible to have an evolution of my life. And it's very good to have an evolution of my life in accord with the word of God. It's necessary to have a very powerful, a very clear rationality. I know prayer and the word about this, that Jesus Christ is the mind of people that want to live with God. If the word of God is my mind, or is in my mind, how can I understand this with my rationality? Because it's important to have a strong rationality, to think a lot, to be pure in mind and soul, and also it's necessary to have a good feelings, a good mood. How can we do this? Because God gives us feelings, created us with feelings, with love, with heart and mind, and also created with rationality. And in our world is just explored only feelings, not rationality. I just try to understand and see. Our world is manipulated, is on social media or internet, or is most developed only with feelings, only with emotions, only with bad mood, bad feelings, bad attitude, bad behavior. If I have a bad behavior, that means I don't think a lot. That means I don't use my mind, I don't rule my rationality in accord with the word of Jesus Christ. We have rationality, we have feelings, we have mind, and also we have heart. Mind and heart must be together in these spheres of the Word of God. If I live only with feelings, only with my heart, I'm not in balance. This equilibrium is broken. If I try to be only with my rationality, if I try to just think a lot, and don't care about my feelings, it is not good for my body, it's not good for my life, it's not good for my friends, it's not good for my neighbors, it's not good for my family. This cold rationality is not good. It's necessary to have a good feelings and a very strong rationality. But it's not enough to have only a good mood in heart and also a strong rationality if I don't put together in accord with word of God, in accord and in front of God, in accord with God and in front of God. It's not enough to be only in accord with my heart and mind if my mind and heart are empty by word of God. Just I try to understand what means to be good, to be powerful in mind, to have a very high and sensible and sensitive feelings, and also put all these things in accord with Ten Commandments. Because what means our life without God? What means our life without beautiful words of Jesus Christ? I'm fascinated about these words. Are very powerful, the word of God, of Jesus Christ, and also very, very beautiful. And also, I try to understand what means our life if we only born, live, and after that we die. It's absurd. This absurdity is not acceptable for me. My life and the life, also the life of humanity, the life of entire people, entire humanity on earth, has a very, very high meanings. Because God is that being without end and without beginning. And He is that being that created us and created all things. And there is a very high meaning of our life, but the life of if each person, each people is very important in front of God. Because we are here and now anonymous, because we have very limited understanding, very limited life. We are anonymous for each other because our inner world is unknown. It's not possible I to know another inner world for another people, another person. If I live every day, every time with that person, it's not possible because the inner world is a secret. Is the world that inner world, the world of soul, is known only by God. It's known only by me, but not entire. It's known by God. It's a big secret. It's a big secret of my life. Yes, I try to understand this. I try to understand what means to be a rational people, a rational person, but not also a rational people, a rational person only because I try to understand my life, to understand the science, to understand my times, to understand my job, my colleagues. Not. I want to have aici here on TikTok, it's necessary to ask, to answer and approve that I'm not a robot. Maybe. If I want to be a rational person, I try to understand not only my life, not only my job, not only my friends, but also is about my understanding and God. My understanding and the Word of God. How I can to follow the Jesus Christ, and how can I understand the word of Jesus Christ with my mind, with my rationality. I think if I try to have this rationality of Jesus Christ, Christ rationality, or Christ love, or Christ love, uh, if I want to understand what means a rational person, I can understand so. It's not good to be only rational. It's not good to be only a person that has a lot of feelings. It's necessary to be together, to be a person that has good moods, good feelings, also a person that has a very strong and good rationality, and this balance between heart and mind, and with this balance all these acts of mind and feelings put it in front of God. I'm a rational people, I'm a rational person if I try to understand the rationality of God, that it put it in the world, the things of world, because there is a rationality of God, and I try to understand with my rationality this rationality of God that is put it in the things of world, because He created the world, He created all things with His rationality. And I try to understand the rationality of things, the rationality of God with my rationality. Uh, Thank you a lot because you listen me. Uh, I hope you understand what I tried to explain to the thing, because I'm fascinated about this podcast, this video, because I try to think, and my thoughts are for you, like a question for you, and it's beautiful uh, if you can send me some question, and I'll try to think about them, and I'll try to discuss about them in another movie. For example, I want to thank you, that friend that asked me about and put it here on display, that question about artificial intelligence. Thank you a lot, and I'll try to think more about this subject, and I'll try to put you in future in another movie. Maybe some question about artificial intelligence, but I'm not afraid about this. Is I'm not afraid about artificial intelligence, because it's a big discovery, and like all discoveries of man in history, all discoveries developed the world, and all science discoveries made the life of people more easy. This is for our life, for our future, and our life and our future will be more easy and better. Thank you a lot. God bless you. God bless me. God bless us. And be rational, be intelligent, be clever, be smart, be with good moons, and also be with a good rationality, and be with mind at the Word of God. Put in your mind, and I want to put in my mind the Word of God like a light for my life. Thank you a lot, and God bless you again. Good night.